Everybody has had some help, support. Everybody has some type of support to get to where they're going if they're successful in some way, shape, or form. Even if they're unsuccessful. There's a difference between support and just coddling. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of grown people just being coddled out here, man. There's a difference between that person going out on their own, networking, connecting with people that think alike, and finding other people that will help and support that person. There's a difference. You see what I'm saying? And the question remains, are you dating the parents or the men? Hey, come on, man. And it ain't nothing wrong with being at your parents' house, like I said, but what you doing while you there? Now, you don't owe me no help or support, especially if we're not related. I didn't come from your womb. You either want to help and support or you don't voluntarily. You know what I'm saying? Why would you dangle help and support in their face? Or why would you not supply that when you're in the position and have the power to do so? That's the question, right? A lot of people ain't even got the heart, the will, the strength, the grind, the dog in them to even put it on the set. You feel me? You don't. But that's how I'm gonna make y'all feel me. You know what I'm saying? Those same people being coddled will step out in public. Step out like they getting it on their own. That's the problem. It has to be acknowledged. And not on my neighborhood watch will I let that slide. Because that's part of the problem out here, why people moving the way they moving. Because if we don't acknowledge it, then we just got a bunch of frauds out here walking around, and everybody's accepting frauds, which is the problem now in today's society, in this whole world. That's not respectable. Inner work. What it all circles back to.
Gang crazy, avoiding pigs to pop like bacon. Say he's selling bricks, he ain't touching Ronald Reagan. Love where I'm from, just won't compromise by staying. Course I'm coming back, tell me what the fuck you saying. Love ain't no good, I've been used to niggas hating. Might burn down the stool, I've been sweating like I'm slaving. Bad polygamous, need a couple like we dating. Only thing I'm missing is the time for me to slay it. Thinking light years ahead while you still day to day it. I ain't playing around while these niggas arcade and say it's L to the A-N-G, quit playing. I ain't trying to blow my high, feeling any stress. If we coming, then we coming at these niggas next. The click might pull something if you like the flex. Never been the one to test, now you shouldn't guess. I ain't trying to blow my high, feeling any stress. If we coming, then we coming at these niggas next. The click might pull something if you like the flex. Never been the one to test, now you shouldn't guess.
Neighborhood. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I don't know how many times we gotta tell them. You know what I mean? See, I would like to touch on a lyric that read, all these drug heads and jail niggas. All these ways that they derail niggas. That's why when you see me, respect me to the utmost is how I feel, nigga. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I seen it coming, didn't I tell niggas? We already told them. But you know how they go, they don't listen in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Talking about. Huh? See, y'all don't hear them though. See, y'all, matter of fact, y'all don't feel them. Y'all don't feel them. It's hard enough with the white man already setting up obstacles to stop you. Along with the other races that think they're white because they get benefits from acting white. And then on top of that, inside of your culture, you got niggas trying to stop you. All the ways that they try to derail niggas, man. Come on, man, we still here. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And it gotta be acknowledged. That's why we're here, because it has to be acknowledged, you know? Has to. Because there's levels to it. You know what I mean? You got some people who have the support and help, you know, as they should, which the families should be there for. You got some people who don't have the help and support. Then, on top of that, that's when you got the outside forces, the white man trying to stop you, the other races trying to stop you, all these different energies, and then your culture and your race trying to stop you inside of that, because as melanated folks, you already know, we sick and twisted. Some of them, most of them, however you want to look at it. So, I like that line right there. I don't know if niggas listen to it. I don't know what niggas is listening to these days. That's another thing. But I don't know when niggas listen to that, they really hear it. But come on, man. Come on, man. And a lot of y'all women, you're dating the parents. Why? Well, because the parents are buying everything. They're paying rent for their kid. They are paying the kids, their son's car insurance, phone bill. Mom had rent paid before they moved in. It didn't matter. So if they are even paying rent, now we're just going through the motions, just playing games. You know what I'm saying? Now we're just going through the motions at this point. They're being coddled. Simple as that. And with that being said, understand there will be a character development flaw within that person that you're dating. Because you're dating their parents, not that person. The parents have the finances. Their parents are supporting that grown-ass man, not himself. So you might as well go ahead and be asking the parents out on a date. You know what I mean? Might as well go ahead and join hands in marriage with the parents. I mean, that's who's supporting who you're dating financially. I mean, that seems to be what a lot of you women care about these days, is the finances and the money. So there you have it. And don't get me wrong, everybody has to have some type of support in some way, shape, or form. You get what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the support where if you really need it, yeah, family got you, you know what I'm saying? Everybody needs this type of support. Everybody deserves that type of support. Everybody has some type of support to get to where they're going if they're successful in some way, shape, or form. Even if they're unsuccessful, they have support in some way, shape, or form. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about the support where grown, and like I said, I'll let y'all decide that grown age. And like I said, nothing wrong living with the parents, but still have nothing to show for that. Nothing in their name, no progress. There should be racks in the bank account. You get what I'm saying? I mean, racks. So, yeah, even me, as I'm sitting here saying I have no help or support, everybody has had some help. Support. But if you're in the position to help somebody that's putting in the work, putting it on the set, see that they have no help and support, and you see that you're in the position to help and support, why would you not help and support? Why would you dangle help and support in their face? You either want to help and support or you don't voluntarily. You know what I'm saying? You either voluntarily want to help or you voluntarily don't want to help or support. There is no half-ass. I know I should. It's the right thing to do. I might have eyes on me watching. Even if nobody is watching, I feel guilty if I didn't, because I know good and well it's wrong and God probably watching and I know that ain't right. I can live with myself. So I guess I'll just throw a little bit of help out there, I guess. Okay. You know, really, you can keep it then if that's the case. Matter of fact, no, I'm going to take that help because I'm going to get everything that I can get. I'm going to need every type of help that I can get. I'm going to take this. You know what? It was lousy, but I'm going to take it and I'm gonna, with this small help, I'm going to make a big ass fucking deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make the best with it. The best with it. So, yeah. There's also a difference with that person going out on their own, networking, connecting with people that think alike, and finding other people that will help and support that person. There's a difference. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference between that person going out and finding that help and support and earning it, in a sense, if you will. There is a complete difference. Catch my drift now. No Tokyo. Follow me. Keep up. So, to those out there stepping out in public with nice shoes, nice car, with the scat pack, with the nice Challenger, with the nice little Audi, with the nice little clean new BMW, with a entry-level job, completely supported by their parents. Now, if they're teenagers, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're going to go home to their mom. You know what I'm saying? But as a grown man, there's no way they have that Beamer or Scat Pack or Audi if they were living actually out on their own with no help and support. Matter of fact, you would be walking to work. You wouldn't even be able to afford that. The reason why you're able to afford that is because you're not paying rent. You're not paying the car insurance. And if you are paying the car insurance, that's the only thing you're paying for. And if you are paying rent, then, like I said, $200 rent, Mama had that. Mama had that before you came back. You get what I'm saying? family trips are being paid for. Don't have a child. Oh man, living with the parents. Mommy and daddy. Oh yeah, the granddads. Yeah, they're gonna spoil that baby. Of course, as a parent, you know you're gonna have to, and you're supposed to buy that person something, your kid something. As a parent, you know you're supposed to buy your kid something for Christmas, holidays, you know, just any other day. So you might get them stuff here and there, but to be real with you, granddad got that, grandmama got that. They got the trip too that they taking over vacation overseas. There's nothing really to be paid for. You kind of just, you should be racked out. There's no excuse. Matter of fact, you should pull out the lot in a Rolls Royce. What? You have somewhere to lay your head. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't just be lousy at a job or quit a job whenever you like if you didn't live with your parents, because you have bills to pay. I'm seeing a lot of grown men out here on that type of tilt. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. But ladies, understand who you're dating and understand that that comes with something. You know, you're not dating that person, you're dating their parents. So, I mean, that's the difference, and it has to be acknowledged. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between a nigga who really went out and got it with no help and support and found his own help and support, and a nigga who has help and support all the way through, from baby birth all the way up until now, but will hate on the ones that had the same amount of time and the hours in the day with no help and support that went out and got it. So it's the reason why I'm talking about it. I mean, so when you see certain people out there, and that's another thing I want to get on. It's a privilege to have an entry-level job. I want to touch back on that. If you have an entry-level job, they're not paying enough for you to pay rent, power bill, water bill, Wi-Fi, phone bill, car insurance, car note, let alone buy food. Don't even think about doing any activities outside of what you are supposed to do or need to do. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You wouldn't be able to. So there's a lot of entry-level, privileged, grown people out here that I'm seeing. And don't even get me started on if they staying there, they already got free food. We ain't even about to get into how much food costs these days. You know, that's a bill. You saving money with all that help and support. You still ain't got it? Man, come on, man. All you got is what they got. It's what they got for you. Like, come on, let's be real. And the reason why I got to be acknowledged is because it's a lot of frauds out here. It's a lot of frauds out here acting like they getting it on their own. Why are you acting like you getting it on your own? How do you act like you getting on your own in public? Well, it's the way you carry yourself. The energy, the demeanor, the way you act as if you got it on your own. When mommy bought that, when daddy bought that. And you're a grown man. You get what I'm saying? That's the thing. And then you got real ones out here that's really out here on their own with no help and support. So you wouldn't even have what that nigga who has no help and support even has. If you had no help and support. If you're looking at him like he ain't got shit, you would be homeless. And put in my position. You know what I'm saying? You would be homeless. It's just straight up. Dead or in jail. Either three. Which one? That's just real talk. A lot of people ain't even got the heart, the will, the strength, the grind, the dog in them to even put it on the set. You feel me? You don't. But that's how I'm gonna make y'all feel me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. For women, they're women. You know what I mean? A lot of them should be taken care of. You know, they're women. You know, they're women. You get what I'm saying? That's automatic. But that's another thing. There's this misunderstanding. Women will always be taken care of. That's just the facts. Whether it's their parents, grandparents, cousin, baby daddy, simp, they're always gonna have somebody taking care of them. They're a woman. They're not. They're not out here. They couldn't endure. They couldn't. Some maybe, but even then, it's not meant for them to. You know what I'm saying? They can't. Their body and mental can't take it. That's why they scream, "I'm independent," and still not really be independent and getting money from the government or from the baby daddy or from some sim, because you know what you get what I'm saying? That's the thing. They wanted to be acknowledged. You get what I'm saying? Which is why we're here as well. The acknowledgement. We have to be acknowledged. because there seems to be a little blurred line and blurred vision here. There's people out here that straight up got it, no help and support, and found their own help and support and went out networking for it. And there's people who have help and support from their family members all the way to the death, and still can't progress. But what, like I said, the problem comes where they hate on other people. It's just, you got to do the inner work. That's what it boils down to. And I'm talking about niggas be out in public just acting like they boss. Talking like they boss too. Just talking. Acting and talking like they just independent. I'm like, man, shut your ass up, man. Fuck wrong with y'all? Man, come on, man. And it ain't nothing wrong with being at your parents' house, like I said, but what you doing while you there? You cleaning your area, you cleaning up, you paying rent consistently, you making less of a stress for your parents while you there, or you just taking up volume, creating more stress and more problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, are you progressing yourself? It's just, come on, man. It's all about what you doing. Like, whatever, man. You just gotta point them out, man. I gotta acknowledge it, man, straight up. Because if we don't acknowledge it, then we just got a bunch of frauds out here walking around, and everybody's accepting frauds, which is the problem now in today's society, in this whole world. Everybody loves the fake. Everybody accepts the fake. No. Dig deeper and ask questions. You got support? Are you coddled? Do you live off of your parents? Did you get independent? What was your background like? You an orphan? What's going on? Were your parents broke? You gotta, come on. Let's just not, because then now there has to be no work for anybody that just has anything. People just have things that was handed to them, and everybody swarms to that. That's not respectable. You know what I'm saying? I like the story. Did they earn it, or did they just get it handed to them? Come on, man. They'll pull out in a BMW. They'll pull out in a goddamn Lexus. Act like they just balling. Nigga, they stand with their parents. They couldn't have that Lexus if they was. Come on, man. Let's be real. They got all the game systems. They got all the new game systems that pop out. You wouldn't even be able to pay that shit if you was on your own. But stop playing, man. I heard a wise person once said, you ain't really a man until you really out there in the world on your own. Like, really on your own. You feel me? And then to the people who have the help and support all the way until death, that's one thing. And then being coddled, living off of your parents until death, and waiting on them to pass down family heirlooms, the artifacts, the finances, the business. It's just, as a grown person, we got to do better. You know what I mean? Got to do better. Those are the three things I'm seeing. Yeah, and like I said, it's different for somebody who came from how do you know their parents didn't pass, and therefore their parents didn't get everything in order so their kid could be straight. So now they got to go somewhere else. That person's gonna be struggling a little bit more in life but women don't stop to ask that. You know what I'm saying? We just step out in public and see the accolades and see the objects and shiny stuff, and we just go running up to it and just respecting that. When no, I don't respect that. I respect the story. How did you get there? See, I respect the story. You get what I'm saying? More than just the cover of the book. Yeah, I respect the story rather than just the outcome. I want to know, how did you get into this outcome? How did you get this outcome? How did you cause and effect? You know what I'm saying? What happened in between that? I want to know. You know, that's what I respect. So, moral of the story is acknowledgement. Let's acknowledge this. Women, a lot of y'all are dating the parents, not the man. For the man that's hating, who have the support, get to it. Don't hate on the other people that don't have the support and help. They went out and got it. What's your excuse? So when they're sitting there pumping the gas and new shoes, new clothing, new apparel, nice fresh cut, tattoos and all. You thought the tattoos made you a grown man? You thought the tattoos made him a grown man? You thought the tattoos made your man a grown man? No. You thought because he had a nice little clean car that he was a man. Well, without his mama paying rent and all the other bills that she paid for him, and probably possibly even putting in on the car. I mean, they wouldn't have gotten there. Don't be fooled. Ask them. You know what I'm saying? You got family support? That's what y'all need to really just start asking. Hey, do you have family support? And if they do, that's okay. There's levels to it. There's a difference between support and just coddling. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of grown people just being coddled out here, man. And even then, even with the support, you gotta, okay, he doesn't have help and support. With the person who doesn't have help and support, of course, there's gonna be struggles. He doesn't have help and support. He came from a broke family. He's gonna take a little bit longer to get to where he needs to be. He's gonna take a little bit longer to get that money. He's gonna be taking a little bit longer to get to that 100K, whatever the price on these women's heads are for the minimum wage of dating. whatever, that's a whole nother topic that we won't even discuss. But anyways, there's gonna be struggles. There's gonna be struggles. You might not look the freshest at that moment. You might not. We look down upon him and we think we're better than him because we have the help and support and he doesn't. Or she doesn't. However you want to put it. Because there's women out here who ain't got no help and support either. It's just in general is what I'm talking about. So let's not look down on the person who has less than, especially when that person who has more than had help and support or was coddled to even have the opportunity to go out to see at night or in the broad daylight how people don't have what he has or how people don't have what she has. You know, your mom paid for that gas in the tank in a way. Your mom paid for those shoes in a way. Your mom paid for that vehicle in a way. To a certain extent, especially if you're getting coddled. You know what I'm saying? But the help and support, I mean, you have that because of the help and support. You wouldn't even be able to pay that if you were on your own. Come on, man. It's got to be acknowledged. So see me, I guess you can tell my story. I put it on the set, nigga. Straight up. With fake want to help and fake want to support. Then I went out and found my own help and support. You get what I'm saying? I navigated. I networked. Yeah. They don't like that though. They don't want to hear that. That was my help and support. We all got help and support. Thank God for my help and supporters that I went out and found. Thank you. That we saw eye to eye and we respected each other at a level and said, you know what, we can work with each other. Let me put some money in his pocket. He can do that. I'm going to put some money in his pocket for that. Then he can do this. Yeah. And to the people with the no can do attitude, well, it's not me. So why would I know? It's not me. I don't have to do anything. Well, fuck you and go to hell. Because that's the same reason why this country is even in the predicament it's in now. That's the same reason why across the world people are living the way they're living. That's the reason why America's living the way they're living. The 1% said, hey, well, it's not me. I got my money. Well, F it. I'm good. I don't have to help and have the power to help. So that mindset, you can get the fuck on. Go on somewhere with that shit. But let that be them in that predicament. Then they want help. I can't respect y'all, man. I can't respect it. Come on. I mean, that's what's going on here. Everybody wants to be white. What I mean by everybody wants to reap the benefits of a white person, of a white man in this country. Everybody wants to not claim anything that's minority related, anything that's colored related. They go over here and say, well, I'm not brown, so I can pass by as white and get white benefits and reap the benefits of that. So let me go over here and do this, even though I know people over there struggling and stuff, and I actually belong to part of that, but I'm going to act like I'm white. I mean, that's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. Oh, well, I don't want that to be me, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go join these people over here. Man, come on, man. And think with the same mindset. You see how it reflects? You see how the country reflects the everyday, day-to-day life basis of how people react? The same shit is going on out here in the streets, the same shit that the government is doing. Nobody's helping nobody. Everybody wants to just be in the 1% and just say fuck everybody else. How are we getting anywhere with that? That's not getting anybody anywhere. All it is just a bunch of people that's just all on their own and have no support. And that 1% who has money who don't need the support. But you're gonna need support and help one day. Everybody hits rock bottom. Everybody. And wouldn't you like help? Right. Stop acting white. Stop with the white privilege. Stop it. Certain people, I think deep about it. There's certain people that's not that they want their parents to die, and not that they're necessarily waiting on their parents to die, but they know that, well, if their parents are taking care of them, they know what type of job their parents have. They know whether their parents are getting money or not. I mean, hell, how can the parents support themselves and then a grown-ass kid at that? That's supposed to be on their own. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, obviously they have money. They know when their parents pass, well, they're going to pass down what they have to them. So it's just like they're just living off their parents to the day they die. It's just, and the kicker is, you can give a motherfucker $1 million. It's up to where his mental and mindset at, and what he taught himself to progress, on whether he's going to multiply that into another million or just be broke the next year. For sure, because niggas don't know. You feel me? Niggas been on the floor, sleep, rats and roaches right next to me, having a conversation. They don't know, man. Come on. You can't tell me shit. Talking about house squatting. Niggas trying to get the house sold, trying to get a nigga up out the house. Nigga, what y'all doing in there still? Nigga, get on up out there with y'all, man. We got it to sit. We're trying to renovate. We're trying to move it out. Trying to get all that old furniture out there that y'all left. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to, nigga. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? What? Yeah. Right there next to the Roach. Roach looked at me and said, damn, you damn bad, ain't you, nigga? You sitting down on eye level with me. Rat said, hey, nigga, you gonna make it up out of here, though? I said, yeah, no, you right, for sure. Definitely. Then he took a little rat shit, walked off. Yeah. So, yes, I will sit back, cricket in the slab with the music nice and loud vibing. Yes, I will smoke some good kush anytime I want to. I will watch whatever I want whenever I want to watch it. I will play that game whenever I want to play that game. I'll take a nap whenever I want to take a nap. I step out on the front porch whenever I want to step out on the front porch and smoke something. Why not? You can do anything you want to in this world. They just say you can. See, the rules and the laws, there's just set up as guidelines for people who are going to follow them, who don't want to break through the glass ceiling and really get out the matrix. That's for the people who want to stay in the matrix and, just, all right, go through the motions, have people just make schedules for them, have a certain time limit, just like school, have them just set the time limit for them. Well, you go to lunch at this time, and you go to class at this time, then you get out of school at this time. And you're going to repeat that every day of the year. See, it's another line I want to speak on, too, at the beginning of that song, A Loaded Basis. Come on, man. He said when niggas get out and make it out, something along the lines of, it's like a decoded language. It reminds niggas of all their strength and stolen greatness when they make it out the matrix. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on. They don't feel this. See, that's some spiritual shit. If you know, you know. This is just, man. See, it's like he wasn't rapping. He was just talking to you. Just sitting there having a conversation, spin game. And like majority of motherfuckers, it was up to you whether you listen or not. And a lot of niggas didn't listen. It's just that simple. You know how it goes. But the thing is, even if you don't listen to it, you live in it. Or at least you're supposed to be. At least I am. So I feel it. So when I'm walking around with my head up, chin up, head held high, walking around like I own whatever grocery store I'm in, it's because I do. You gotta respect me to the utmost when you see me. It's just how I feel. I feel it. It's just what it is. You have to. There's so many obstacles. Just for a normal human being. Then you put melenated in that color in there. Come on, it's just a different level. There's levels to it. Let's not act. That's another thing. People want to walk around and act like there's not levels to making it in life in this society with what race you are, what ethnicity you are. They try to act like it's all an even playing field. And in a sense, it is. But you gotta look behind the veil and see that it's actually even playing field. See, with the physical 3D with the eye, it looks uneven. But in reality, it actually is even. They just try to set it up for you for it not to be even. That's the mental block game. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you do got to go through those obstacles, but it's still the even playing field. That's why they threw the obstacles in your face, because they knew it was an even playing field and they knew they would be fucked either way. That's why they tried to stop it, because they already seen, damn, I know I can make it through there. Let me throw this obstacle in there because he got the strength to make it, even with this obstacle, so I got to keep coming at him. Something like a demonic devil thought. You know what I'm saying? Let me keep hitting him with obstacles and throwing distractions in his face and decoys so I can stop him. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it didn't stop me. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here talking to you. You know what I'm saying? The hurdle got hurdled. You know what I'm saying? The 200 meters, we won it. It's just that simple. They tried to hit us with a hit stick. We said get off. We hit them back with a truck stick. It's just that simple. You know, it's just however you want to get the analogy in there and put it in your mental to understand how life works. You know, do it. I got plenty of analogies. You know what I'm saying? But that's another day. That's another way we start out the day. Listening to them. It'll get you right. However you want to prepare to conquer that day. Listen to that. It'll get you right. Yeah. Especially as a melanated person. Melanated folks. If you melanated and you here and you watching it. I mean, come on. That should be motivation enough. You don't need music. You don't need nobody in your ear. You don't even need to smoke a blunt. Just get up. Just go to it. Because the obstacle said that you weren't even going to be here. That's what the obstacle said. As I will always say, do they make a game plan for Adrian Peterson if he's ass and garbage and is a sorry running back? Do they game plan for that because he's garbage? Or do they game plan because he's a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, before he was even in the Hall of Fame? And they saw that. You see, people know who the great ones is. People know who the real ones are. People know who the good ones is, who go out and get it. People know. They just play stupid like they don't know because they feel like that's not them. So they're going to play stupid for somebody that is like that. They're not going to give the credit when the credit is due. And that's okay. You can keep it. We don't need the credit. The credit is the receipts for me at the end. That's the thing. I don't have to. The credit is me going home, sitting, laying in my bed with the heat on in the cold, outside, during the winter. You get what I'm saying? It's 2025. Come on. They didn't expect people to have their own spot. They didn't expect that. They didn't expect people to hit them with the Heisman stiff arm. They didn't expect it. But they always knew it. You see what I'm saying? They didn't expect it because of their obstacles they threw in your face and said, hey, he ain't gonna make it through this. Because I couldn't make it through it, so let me throw it in there. They didn't expect it because of that, but they knew that's where you were going. Come on, man. Sometimes you gotta stop this thing and just look at who's trying to stop you. Why? Okay. And it's funny. It's literally a comedic joke once you actually sit down with yourself and think about it. Because the only person that can stop you is you. Them throwing whatever obstacle in your face is just like, okay, you literally just wasted your energy doing that when you could have been doing something completely positive within yourself. That makes no sense. Like, it's silly. It's like they don't want you to make that bucket. They don't want you to dunk. Although deep down they know, I probably won't be able to stop him, but I gotta try my all because that's how much I don't want him to make it. But it's like, it's the same as if you're dunking on nobody. You get what I'm saying? As if somebody was there. It's the same difference. Because that's how, like, less they are. That's how, like, undistracted you are with the distraction. It's just like, there was no point of even doing that. When you don't look back in the rear, you just keep it moving. And while they sitting there still looking like, damn, we didn't hit the pothole. Damn, I didn't block the shot. You already on to the next play, down court, ready to get on defense, and they don't even know. They're still stuck. Come on, catch up. You know what I'm saying? They will never have the strength to stop it. Never. That's why they're tossing and turning at night and in the same place. That's why the haters are still in the same place. See, them trying to stop you is them stopping themselves. You want to know why? Because they're not even going anywhere because they're trying to stop you. They already stopped themselves because they're trying to stop you. See how that works? That's why everything is a reflection of you. Now I see the funny side. Everything's you. There's nothing you can do. You go up and punch somebody. You just punch yourself. You just did that to yourself. You must not like you. Why did you go up and punch that person? That person is a reflection of you, so you would punch you. That's what you. So why don't you just punch you? Because they know that that's really, see, you got to kind of fool the mind that you're not a mental illness patient. You get what I'm saying? The mind is going to trick you. That's why it's a lot of mental illness out here. You see people that's just like, man, they got a mental illness. They don't even know they playing themselves. They tricking themselves to convince themselves they're not mentally ill, knowing they're mentally ill. Now that's just insanity. Why worry about the insane when you can just do you? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, like Nip said, and load the bases and make it home. Like CeeLo Green said. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else. They can sit there in the outfield and look at the ball and play in the stands and chew their gum and pop it all they want. We playing the game. The pitcher threw the ball, we hit a home run, or we at least hit it all the way in the outfield. They missed the catch. Let them fitty down. Let them play and try to get we just keep it running and load all the bases and just make it home. We don't worry about that. We don't worry about them trying to get the ball and throw it to the third baseman, we just keep it moving. We worry about them. They gonna be out there all day. We gonna be out there all day with them, just playing. And they might just tag you out. The obstacle might just get you. Don't worry about it. We don't play. Simple. Keep it moving. Talk about, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's different when you set a foundation with no help or support. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people won't, and that's okay. Just don't step out like you got your own foundation and you got it on your own. Stop it. 2025 is rough out here. We get it. A lot of people living with their parents. There's nothing wrong with that. But what are you doing to progress to get out of that? When you step out in public while you're living with your parents, do you act like you got it on your own? Or so do you just act like you're not living with your parents, act like you bought this and bought that when your parents bought everything? See, there's a difference and it has to be acknowledged. That's why we're here. That's why when you see me, you have to respect me to the utmost. This is how I feel. And people don't like when you're walking out and about with that confidence and with that demeanor and mindset. They don't like it because they are walking out around like that, as if they got it on their own and by themselves. And they don't like the fact that you're walking like that as well, because you're the true one. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with helping support. That's what family's for. But I see a lot of fraud out here. Gotta point it out. That's just that's what the set is here for. We gotta do it. It has to be acknowledged. And not on my neighborhood watch will I let that slide. Because that's part of the problem out here, why people moving the way they move. With the mental illness, I'll stop it. Put it right there and nip it in the bud. My receipts show my demonstration. The actions show what I was talking about. It got to a point where I stopped talking. I just said, okay. I told them, they didn't listen. Now, okay. Now they see the receipts. Oh, now we see the stupid looks. For the ones that tried to stop it. That's how it goes. See, God is always going to let them see you succeed. That's the revenge. You don't have to physically get involved. You don't have to swing. You don't have to do some mental weird game that they try to play on you and gaslight and play stupid after, like they don't know what they just tried to do and stop you from getting to your future destination. He'll just be like, just keep it moving. In the end, they'll see the success. That'll be the greatest revenge ever. Always is. And the dish will always be served cold. And I do want to clear this up. I do. There's nothing wrong with living with your parents necessarily. It's 2025. We understand that times are hard. Nothing makes sense. The hourly rate never changed, but the rent did. The hourly rate didn't change, but the car note did. The hourly rate didn't change, but that power bill did. The hourly rate didn't change, but the gas prices did. The hourly rate didn't change, but the groceries did. I'm living on earth with you. I understand. I get it. The only question is, while living with your parents, what are you doing to progress? And I'll let y'all decide what grown age as a man you should start asking those questions. I'll let y'all decide that. I think we all know, but we won't say our numbers. Just you decide. I think we can all come to an agreement on a certain age where it's like, yeah, it makes sense to probably be doing this as a man at this point. I'll let y'all decide that. But let's not act. We gotta acknowledge that. That's the whole point of this thing, is acknowledgement. That's why we're here. This is the whole point. The point of this episode is acknowledgement. That's gonna be the title of this. Acknowledgement. That's all. We're not gonna act like mommy isn't still paying the phone bill or daddy isn't still paying the phone bill. We're not gonna act as if that didn't create the opportunity. And let's rewind. We're not gonna act as if you don't have to pay rent. And paying rent sometimes isn't paying rent. You get what I'm saying? We're not gonna act as if that didn't give you the opportunity to save up to even buy that Scat Pack off the lot. We're not gonna act like that. Let's acknowledge it. Let it marinate. Let it simmer. It has to be acknowledged, right? I'm just saying, because as a man, I step out and I see people acting as if they aren't. As if mommy didn't buy that, basically. As if mommy didn't even create the opportunity for you to get that. You act like as if not paying rent, not paying the car insurance, not paying the phone bill, or paying rent here and there, saving sometimes, or letting mommy pay everything here and there. We're not going to act as if that didn't give you the opportunity to save up and go buy something that was probably reckless, that you couldn't buy if you were independent, living on your own. That's the thing we have to acknowledge, right? Because it's very important. Why are we acting as if we're... Come on, there's ways to it. You know what I'm saying? And then there's no money in the bank account. And if there is money in the bank account, well, you had the opportunity to have money in the bank account, as you should. There should be no surprise there. So stepping out as if, like I said, it's levels. Why am I saying this? Well, because when you take it from somebody who has little to no help, completely, basically no support, well, then you see, okay, these motherfuckers just living reckless. Because there's no way they could live like that as if they was on their own. You get what I'm saying? The bills are due. They're not even paying them. So you should have a Scat Pack. You should have the new J's. You get what I'm saying? You should have the PS5. Most importantly, you should have racks on top of that. But if there's nothing to show for it and it's just electronics and objects, then what are we doing? Are we really progressing? Or are we waiting on mommy and daddy to just hand down their family heirlooms and their money? Is that the mentality we're at as grown men? But I say that as well because that's who you women are dating. It has to be acknowledged. It has to be acknowledged. Like I said, I don't know if y'all know that or care about it. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Either way, let's point it out. Let's point them out. It has to be acknowledged. And a lot of y'all have these entry-level jobs, pulling off the lot in BMWs. They're living with mommy and daddy, as simple as that, and mommy and daddy is paying for it. If they're not paying for that, then they're paying for everything else so they can pay for that Scat Pack or BMW. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a privilege to have an entry-level job, because you're not going to live and survive off an entry-level job. You're not. The rent won't allow it. Simple as that. That's just the rent alone. It just won't allow it. That's just one deal. So when you see these folks, on the job, they fresh, clean, they pulling off the lot in a Mercedes on an entry-level job, you like, because I get to calculating, because it's just like, that don't make sense. Unless you a manager or a boss or something, with the CEO of the company or something. Other than that, they ain't making sense. But a lot of these people just on the entry-level job. It's just, yeah. Mommy and daddy. It's a telltale sign. It's not really, you got to think deep. You just look and be like, oh, right. There's no, because you're not surviving off of it. 1 + 1 = 2. You get what I'm saying? It's that simple. And then be at the house. Don't even be clean. Come on. We're not the same. Come on, man. It's crazy. Don't be doing shit at the house. It's but fucking it up. And another thing about the rent situation, mom had rent paid before you moved it back in. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. So, with that being said, the only thing that is hurt there is your ego as a man. That's it. Whoop-de-doo. So all that, yeah, I gotta get money, yeah, I mean, you do. But, what's the rush? You got time to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Who can say they can go back to the parents' crib? What if you couldn't? What would you? What? So you got time to. I mean, that's why you're there now, because you got. That's why, because you didn't have trust. You wouldn't be there. That's why you're there now. So the thing with that is how. The only thing that's hurt there is ego. Maybe your bank account. I mean, obviously that's why you're there as well. But it's okay. You got somewhere to lay your head. You got food. You're good, and you knew that you were going to be good if all else failed. That's the thinking cap that these men have. So, that's why you act the way you acted and came back, because you know that all else fails. It'll be okay. Now, with somebody who doesn't have that, I mean, at that point, whatever the situation is, no help or support, where is there to go? So not only is the ego hurt, not only is the bank account hurt, the basic necessities of life are just hurt. We don't, what? So the God-given human right is going. So there's a difference. So you're sitting there paying rent in your mom's house. It's silly. Now we're just playing games. now we're just going through the motions, and just because we know we should be doing something. $600 compared to 1,000 plus isn't the same. You know what I'm saying? We'll pay this rent, but now that's just shopping money at that point for her, like, because it was already good when you moved. So there's no urgency, really. You're really good still. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, there's a difference. There's a difference. And the question remains, are you dating the parents or the men? Ask yourself that. And if you're okay with that, either way it goes, then all right. But acknowledge. At least it's been acknowledged. And sometimes I run into quite very few people that are on their own. And it's funny because they're always some cool motherfuckers. But I've noticed that, just like you were just the black sheep of the family. You were just breaking the old school bullshit that they like to do, and you just said, nah, what's going on here? I see. I mean, it's funny how that works. So, I mean, hey, that homeless man just might have been the black sheep of the family. You never know. He could have just been a straight up just drug addict. Who knows? But at the end of the day, there's no excuse for homelessness, because everybody should have help and support. So, for those who don't, shouts out to you, salute. You putting it on the set, keep doing it. Nothing else to say. Here's the sickest part. Here's the kicker. Those same people being coddled will step out in public and hate on the ones that went out and got it with no help and support. Because they know they're getting coddled, and they know that other person who got out and got it on their own isn't. And they look at themselves and say, damn. Just self-reflection, as it should be. But don't hate and get mad and try to stop their grind. Just get on yours. Simple, right? Inner work. That's what it all circles back to. They'll either hate on the person with no help or support that's going through navigating with no help and support, or they'll look down upon them as if they're better. And either way, I'm disgusted. Just get on your grind. You have the help and support already. How can you not already be on your grind and have your own? I'm not understanding. You could get even further. And a lot of people as well, I would also like to add, are living off of their significant other. Yes, they're living off of their girlfriend. Hence why they're just roommates, essentially. They're just living together. They're only with each other because they wouldn't be able to survive financially without that other person. Now there's a difference. Shouts out to the women that are in it and holding their man down because they see the potential, and they're gonna grind through it and grow with it and build. You know, shouts out to that. There's a difference. But a lot of people are just with each other just because of financial reasons, financial stability. They wouldn't know where to live, where to go if they left their significant other. So they're just staying because of those objective reasons and status. Pathetic. The thing is this. If women can look at men and say, I'm not dating a broke man. I'm not dating a man that struggled, that's building himself. Well, okay then. How do you know that that person didn't come from a fucked up, just poor family? How do you know that that person wasn't an orphan? How do you know that person didn't just come up from a fucked up situation? How do you know that he doesn't have to be the first one in his family to actually make money and have a good foundation and start the foundation when there should have already been one? How do you know that? You don't care, which goes back to my point. Okay, so why would we care about any excuses for women? Why would I care that you're a single mom? Why would I care? You see, if anything, at least you control being a single mother. He can control the family he came from. But you don't care about that. You just want to just have the accolades already and the money and the financial stability and just the lifestyle already. You see how it goes? It can go both ways. Right. You didn't care to ask the questions. Why would a man care to ask the questions while you're in that predicament? Like I said, he couldn't control the importance of his family. He couldn't control what family he came from. He couldn't control how mentally fucked up and financially stable they were. But you could control being a single mother, though. You could control opening your legs for some fuck nigga. But want sympathy. Man, come on, bro. And there's only to the motherfucking bitches that don't give a fuck about the other nigga. But then when you have the baby, now you gonna date niggas that you would never date because you gotta see, it's just inner work. Inner work. Why would we care when you don't care? There has to be some type of understanding here. We're just gonna be a bunch of non-caring motherfuckers. Just that simple. Which we are. Here we are. Nobody cares. Not one person, not on this side, not on that side. They didn't care that you had to get on the grind and shoot in the gym like Kobe, night in and night out. They didn't care. They just wanted you when you got to the NBA and they said, okay, who is he? Yeah. No, don't worry like that. Don't worry like that. This isn't white privilege. Not around here. For those that's sticking together and growing and building, I salute y'all. Ladies, gentlemen. And I don't just mean building together because, well, they got a good family background, they got finances, good support. I'm talking about what if they didn't have the family support, or if they didn't have the family background, the family finances, for them to have gotten a car so they could drive around, get a job, save their own money, go back to their spot, finally move out, get a spot. What if they didn't have family support? They could still go back to for Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the happy holidays, free food, free gifts when it's birthdays and holidays. What if? Would you be building with them then? Ask yourself that. For the person on the other end of that spectrum, male or female, ask. Straight, gay, bi, don't matter. Ask. Well, would this person be with me if I didn't have a family background, if I didn't have money, if I was just out here with just straight potential, just out here hustling and getting it, but struggling and didn't have it? Would that person be with me? Chances are probably not. Chances very high, 98%, probably not. But like I said, for the few percenters in there that are actually staying and building and they have nothing, but they plan on building foundation with that nothing. Not, oh, we already got something. Hey, because of my family background, you just want to play and just come together. I'm around you. Hey, yeah, I guess so. Let's do it. Not that type of build. I'm talking about like, you feel me? Yeah, you feel me? There's levels to it. So it's not the same for niggas who out here homeless. And you get what I'm saying? Like, stop it. Y'all gotta stop stepping out here and acting like y'all done got it from the mud and got it from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fake started from the bottom niggas out here. It's a lot of I got it out the mud fake frauds out here. Stop it. You ever had the house squad where they was trying to kick you out so they could sell it? Because they trying to renovate it and move people in so they can get a profit off of it? You ever had to negotiate and try to make a deal with the owner of it who was supposed to be coming in and moving things around and, had to lock the door, keep checking to see if people were pulling up? You ever been homeless, figuring out, dang, where we gonna stay? Alright, stop. Oh, I know, my mom's house. Alright, then you've never been homeless. You outside, stop it. Shout out to the real ones out there. Q, salute. I see you, boy. You feel me? You feel me? Stop playing. Yeah, who wants to go back to their parents' house? Yeah, that takes a hit to the ego, a chink in the armor. Ooh. And it's like, dang, I'm grown, I want to do it doesn't matter. Nigga, at least you can say, stop that bullshit. You feel me? I got something I want to say. I actually wrote it down because it was that deep. For the motherfuckers that's saying, oh, well, must be something wrong with you. Your family doesn't like you. They kicked you out there and they don't support you. There must be something wrong with you. You must be the problem. As you can see, I got all the sense in the world. Can make even more when I talk. So, it's like, I'm just a melanated man coming from I'm just a melanated man living in a white man's society, coming from the crack epidemic and the effects of that, quite literally, which we kind of all are, if you're melanated. So it's like, with that being said, what else is left for that? Now, your mom's on crack. Okay. Now you gotta go to the foster home. Now you gotta get adopted. Okay. Now you get transferred over in the course like you some type of object niggas can buy and sell. But anyways, now you move in. Somebody who really just taking the checks because they getting checks for the kids when you adopt. Didn't put not one penny up, didn't save it, was just spending it, blowing it. Not even on us. Not even on the adopted kids. And then, hey, finally, when graduated, seen and said, hey, okay, he didn't become a millionaire after graduation, and he smokes weed, you gotta go. And he's not controllable. I can't manipulate him like I used to when he was a kid. And he don't have his money checks coming in because he's old enough and the checks stop coming. No point in having him around no more. That's just how it goes. For the people who already been in there, they already know. It just is what it is. No stopping. It just is what it is. True story. And that's another thing. People want to sit there and act like, oh, well, you're just complaining. Everybody has a heart. See, you don't have to give a fuck about my story, but I do. Simple as that, right? You don't have to give a fuck about my story. I do. And it's always the people who ain't been through shit who don't give a fuck about the story. That's the funny part. Ain't that funny? And so, yeah, it's simple. Nobody gave a fuck about Cole and his story when he was unknown. Nobody gave a fuck about Nipsey Hussle and his story when he was unknown. Yet they were the same people before and after. Now everybody wanted to pay attention though, because, hey, well, the money and the accolades are there. Now I want to look at you. It's pathetic what y'all idolize here. It's pathetic. Niggas didn't give a fuck about that. Then he started to blow up. Okay, I fucks with you a little bit. All right, cool. Then he died. And that's when they really start fucking with him, like it always goes. The classic. I'm sick of you niggas. I can't be proud of you niggas. I'm sick of you niggas. I'm sick. Disgusted. They call it the black sheep of the family. I'm that. I'm not stupid. I can't be easily manipulated. I'm not. I see that. Even as a kid, I called out when my parents was wrong. That ain't right. You know they don't like that, especially from a kid. Especially when the kid's right. What? Boy, piss him off. There was a lot of times where a motherfucker came to me and was just like, yeah, I'm sorry, you were right on that. It's like, I know. But boy, just admitting it, just looking at their face, boy, sometimes just hated to admit it. You feel me? I was one of them motherfuckers as a kid, like, oh, this nigga, he's different. Yeah, I always been different. I knew since the age of 6, around then. Sitting up at night, I always knew, yeah, these motherfuckers are different. Nobody understand me. These motherfuckers are weird. I knew from a young age, as a melanated person, just off rip, I already knew. But then getting more into 2021, that's when I really knew. As a specifically, just in general, melanated person, the world will never understand. Then as a melanated man, on top of that, the world won't understand. And then on top of that, specifically with me and my personality and my characteristics, oh, I'm different. They'll definitely, being melanated, oh, I knew, I promise you, since 2021, that's when I realized, oh, this world will never understand me. They'll never understand. So why would I give a fuck about what the fuck you want to hear? What the fuck you respect about me or don't respect about me? Either way, nigga, it's been put on the set. You feel me? Give me your shoes. Say run a mile in them, bitch. I can do 500 miles in them. Stop playing. Take my shoes. Motherfuckers, your ankle broke. You passed out. Needing water. And it was just the first quarter mile. Stop playing with me, nigga. Fuck is y'all talking about? Yeah, everybody got their struggles. Everybody, and I see y'all struggles. Some of y'all struggles easy. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect. Like, what the fuck? You feel me? Oh, I can go back to my mom's house. Oh, but it's tough, man. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. See, when niggas step out in public, they'll never say, yeah, man, I got this. Because I was just staying with my mom and I got right, man. They'll just say, like, yeah, I got that. I did that on my own, bro. Hey, yeah. They'll never say, hey, I didn't have to pay rent for a full year like that. That's how I'm in this position. Motherfuckers just be capping. That's that shit I'm talking about. Nah, say it. Along with what you got, be like, yeah, but I couldn't have done it without my mama. Just be real. I couldn't have done it without her help and support. You know what I'm saying? Just be real. Stop with the, I did it. I'm independent. Like, bro, let's be real. Those niggas really out here independent. That's when niggas can see real niggas who are independent and be like, okay. And they feel a certain way because they're like, damn, I don't know if I would have been able to do that in his position, but shit, I'll never have to find out. But I did work my position, so shit, fuck it, hey. And look down upon a nigga that got less than, who had less help and support than. Don't make sense. We gotta cut that out. You know what I'm saying? somebody that don't want you to live with them, don't want you in there because they can't manipulate you and you're not stupid, huh? And you just feel the energy 24/7 every time they're around. They just want to get rid of you. They just want to get rid of you so bad, but they're trying to find a way to get rid of you. You ain't never been there. You ain't never been there. You ain't never been there. That's why I say niggas don't really want to help and support. Because niggas would do it. You feel me? Niggas be having problems with it and acting like you a burden or something. That's another thing. Niggas want to sit there and act like you the burden. When all you doing is literally getting your money, coming home, and staying out the way. See, they don't like that because it's like, damn, this nigga ain't talking. This nigga really just go home, get money, and that's it. It's just something about that just bothers somebody who's not on that type of time. I don't know. And I don't know. And for somebody who has less than, or to a person who has so much more, whatever you want to call it, money, power, help, support, when they see somebody who has less than, oh man, they try to manipulate them. They try to overpower them and use their power because they know they have no help or support or no backup to call, so they try to take advantage of them. Sick. Niggas try to sit there and act as if they help them when really they trying to manipulate you and get something out of you and you don't even have anything. It's like, what are we doing? You ever been there? You get what I'm saying? It's just, man, come on, man. Stop it. And then, so, hey, I'm going to kick you out because my ego hurt. I can't control you like I thought I could control you. You was nice and respectful, but I took that as weakness and I thought I could just control you. But I found out I can't, and it pissed me off. And I can never get my way with you. So, you got to go. And the world is always, for the most part, the people who have the money and power, it's always the pussy coward ass weirdos, right? It's always or evil people, whatever you want to call them. It's always the people who's just like, that needs to go to somebody else. You don't even need it. You're not even using the support right. You're not even using. It's just like, how do they? How do the people who just ain't shit got it? So what I'm saying is, example, the people who run the world, right? Quote unquote. Who's in power? Pussy coward ass weirdos. Am I right? I know I am. Right. I've always said that. Now, trickle it all down just to your everyday living. The managers, the bosses, who are they? Always a pussy coward ass weirdo, right? Micromanaging, take the job serious, just a fucking dumbass, just a weirdo, just a stupido, because why are you over here taking this fucking entry-level job serious? And you always wonder, well, how did this idiot even get the position? Pussy coward ass weirdos. It favors the fake. Somehow in this world, the world favors the fake, or people favor the fake, reward the fake, but punish the real. And if you're not a real nigga, then you wouldn't understand what the fuck I just said. You'd just be like, no, that's not true. Well, yeah, you must be a fake nigga. It's just that simple. You must be one of them pussy coward ass weirdos. Because a real nigga can see that shit. I mean, we can name them. It ain't no point. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no point. Yeah. You can go down the line of real niggas with that. You feel me? That's his artist. This is like what? So many real niggas will never know because the world punished them. They either in jail or dead. Or the people punished them. Fake shit, oh, we let that come on through. Yeah. We see it every day. It's a reflection. Just to validate and prove my fucking point. When you a real nigga, and niggas know you a real nigga, they can see you solid, and know that you solid, and can see that you know yourself, and they're in turmoil because they can't figure out how he move like that, it stirs something up with them. I don't know what it is, nigga, I seen it. So you can't tell me nothing different. Yeah, when you got your own thoughts, they hate that. Don't. Yeah, he thinks on his own. He has his own thoughts. Oh my God. No, we gotta get rid of him. Get away from us. Go. Outcast him. Send him to the dumps. Let's hope he doesn't survive that. Pathetic. See, I don't like that because I'll call it down to the T. That's another thing. I call it down to the T and niggas don't like that. But it's the truth and it's real. It ain't even that you disrespecting. It's the truth. Niggas don't like to sit with the truth and be confronted with just the truth and honesty. I don't know why, but it's just, I don't know. I got used to it. I'm serious. I don't know. I get it. You don't want to look at the dirtiness of yourself in the mirror and you don't want to change because it's comfortable. But come on, it gets to a point where you're just a sick bastard. You want to be a piece of shit your whole life? That's crazy. And to add to that statement, when I knew specifically as a melanated person, as a melanated man, as me specifically as a melanated being with a personality and my characteristics, I knew good and well I would never be understood. I knew that it was set up for not even your own people to understand you. It gets deep down to your own melanated brother, your own melanated sisters, to the point where they can't even feel you. They don't even understand you or care to understand you. And we're living in it. I already seen it. I already knew it. Confirmation was just 2020. I was like, oh yeah, motherfuckers will never understand. Ever. Niggas will say, yeah, I understand, bro. I get you. I feel you. But don't. All those things I just named, have you lived it? And that's his surface. That's his surface. Have you lived it? And you don't feel me. It's like saying, damn, I feel 50 Cent. Did you get shot 9 times? Nah, but I feel him. That's what we doing here. It's not making sense. You had parents' houses to go to. We don't. The real niggas, the real independent niggas don't. I mean, it's just that simple. Because they're outcasts. Because, oh, they smart. Because you're not one of the sheep. It's just that simple. You can't say you feel me. It doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? Those correlations and connections and words should never go align with me if you didn't. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't been house squatting, home verge of homelessness, trying to figure out what's going on, motherfuckers doing you dirty while staying with them. It's just, I mean, just stop it, man. Just stop it. You don't feel me, please. You don't understand. What are we talking about here? I would never tell 50 Cent I feel you on them bullet wounds. I didn't get shot 9 times. How can I say that? Motherfuckers will be staring at their parents' house as long as they want, but belittle you like you got the same equal opportunity and playing field and support. Niggas be driving their mom cars when their cars break down. Why did they give them time to fix theirs? Some people have their parents fix the cars for them free. It's like, bro, then be out here just acting like, hey, yeah, I did it. Like, bro, stop with that shit, bro. Stop. And everybody should have support. That's the whole thing. Everybody should have support, straight up. Not taking the support away from you. You should have it, and I'm glad you have it. But don't step out here in public and disrespect, bro. Don't come out here in public and disrespect, bitch. Don't do it. And I notice capitalism obviously plays a part where people don't want to help people because it's just so scarce and motherfuckers is throwed off. You know what I'm saying? And it takes so much just for a nigga to earn what they made, just for a bitch to earn what she made type shit. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's all the setup. You know what I'm saying? I see straight through the bullshit. I see it. Motherfuckers just be acting like they made it through the fire. Staying at their parents' house the whole time. It's not making sense. We just go, anyways. It's just the little work that they feel like they did have to do. They just feel like they just made it through the fire and just broke a sweat. Like it was just, whew. It's like, nigga, you was still staying with your parents, man. I don't care how tough it is. There's levels to this shit, man. You gotta acknowledge that. Straight up. And it's almost like everybody trying to get one up on each other. They want to be above one another. And it's like, well, I worked so hard to get it. That nigga gotta fucking die to get his. You know, like that old generation type shit. Like, no, I had to work for this. I ain't gonna like black people old generation shit. Like, no, I had to work for this. I ain't gonna leave that my kid shit. Fuck that. He just had to get his own. That mindset. That's a problem mindset too. Why not make it easier for that next nigga? At least lead him, help, something. If you got it, you know what I'm saying? You don't own it, but it's just like, I hope you're not a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas like to, you know how they do. Like Christian when it benefit them type shit, you know what I'm saying? What would Jesus do in those situations? They don't want to think that. They just throw that in the back and just say, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we'll fuck around and know a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We'll fuck around and actually know a motherfucker. We're just like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it gets to the point, like I said, it gets to the point where it's setting up and designed for your own people to just sit there and not even help you and just look at you crazy. As if you don't deserve it, just as if you don't deserve it, as if you didn't earn it. You know what I'm saying? As if they wouldn't want a helping hand. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, everybody got help. There's levels to the help. Some people got support with the family. Some people just being straight coddled and supported with the family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just stop. Stop acting. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just stop acting. That's the problem. It's like a white boy who likes rap music, dresses like a black person, tries to dance like a black person, talks like a black person, watches black person stuff. You know what I'm saying? Looks at all the movies, listens to every genre of the black culture music. You know what I'm saying? Put his appearance in his face like a black person, his hair, whatever he can do, headband, whatever they was doing back then, whatever they doing now. And once again, I don't know where and when white bitches started wearing Air Forces, but that's that shit that I'm talking about. But anyways, and it's like that white boy, it's like no matter what you say, you'll never actually, or no matter how much you listen to black music, no matter how many rhymes you spit, no matter what you do to feel black and try to feel black people, you'll never actually feel black people. You get what I'm saying? That's what's going on here. Like, so we gotta stop that. we gotta stop that. You'll never ask because you didn't live it. You're not black. No matter what you're not black. So there's nothing we can change about that. You stayed with your parents. You had support, or you were straight coddled and supported. Either way, it's that. You know what I'm saying? You will not feel the same as a homeless person, even if he told you the story. You can't even say, "Damn, I feel you." You will never actually feel it, no matter what. So we can just stop acting as if that there's not different levels to this shit. Please. Thank you. And I also want to clear this up too. A lot of motherfuckers and a lot of women, I'm independent. Single mother, I'm independent. You're not independent. We have to stop that. You're just a single mother. That is true. But we are not independent. Stop it. How? When your mom / the baby's grandparents and granddad watches the kid, or a cousin, or your uncle, the brother, the sister. Who's watching the baby while you go to work then? Who watched the baby when you was born? Where were you right out of the pregnancy? You were supported. Please, we gotta stop with that. That's another thing. That's what I'm saying. There's levels to this, and we have to stop. Like we gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this. Were you homeless, having a kid? You know what I'm saying? If you couldn't go back to your parents' house or your friend's house, what? And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of times you gotta be fake. You gotta do certain shit just to get support. See, that's not me. That's another thing. I don't fake shit just to get so I keep it real 100%. I ain't disrespectful, I just keep it real. I'm actually very respectful. I'm just not stupid. That's what people hate. They want you to be stupid. So it's like, we gotta stop with that too. You know, even if it's on the dad's side, you gotta stop, bro. Like, who watching the baby? Like, we gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? You're not just all out here on your own doing every little detail thing. Stop that shit. There's levels to help. There's bullshit help, little to no help, straight no help. There's levels. There's levels. That's it. That's all we gotta acknowledge here. And I also want to touch on one last thing. If you are white, or you have pale skin and can pass for white, you know, like certain Hispanics that look white, even for Koreans, you know, Asians, if you're anything of that complexity, I don't want to hear shit from you. If you disagree, shut the fuck up. Straight up. First of all, I've never seen a homeless Korean or Asian. Let's get that out the way. Let's just get that out the way first, and let's actually ponder on that. Noted. I've never seen a homeless Indian. You gotta peep certain things, right? Not that they have pale skin, but I'm just saying, I've never seen a certain homelessness only in certain races. I find that very interesting. Very interesting. Anyways, and this is one thing we can't ignore. And now I'm gonna shut the fuck up and just nip it in the bud. At least with this point. I'm gonna drive this home and I'm gonna nail it. The thing is this. We all went to school, and if we haven't, then we all know slavery existed. White, black, Mexican, Korean, whatever ethnicity it is, Japanese, Chinese, you all know racism happened. If you can acknowledge that, that's why I always say, you just gotta sit back and ask the questions, and I promise you'll start peeling back everything layer by layer by layer by layer until you get to the core. If slavery existed, racism existed, because that's what slavery is. Okay, so if racism exists, then that means colorism exists. Right? What do you mean by that, Mitch? Well, I'll tell you. Like I said, I've never seen a Korean homeless man. That's interesting. Look, what skin color are they usually? So I say that to say this. We just admitted that slavery happened, racism exists because slavery happened, and we just admitted that colorism exists. Just like I said, with struggles and help, there's levels to it. There's levels to this shit too. So, what I'm saying is, if you black, get the fuck back. If you brown, stick around, I guess. If you're yellow, you mellow. Koreans, Asians, we give them grants, open their businesses here, H-Marts. You know, they're not white, but we'll let y'all live, right? Right. And if you're white, you're all right. That's just how it goes. So don't act like when you get pulled over by the cops, if you got that pale skin, no matter what your ethnicity is. Let's be real. You know exactly what you're going to play. You know exactly why you're going to play it. And you know exactly when the outcome comes, why the outcome was, I'm free out of this situation. So that's why I say, if you're white and you have pale skin, and you're listening to this, watching this, and you disagree, I don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up and fuck you. You don't have an opinion, nigga. You feel me? There's levels to it. You haven't experienced the full throttle of a melenated being. So therefore, shut the fuck up. Now, somewhere in that, there's a message in there. I'll let you decode that. But in the meantime, she got paler skin. Shut the fuck up. And that's only if you don't agree with me and you got the pale skin. If you agree with me, you got the pale skin. Alright. You understand that the struggle's different the paler the skin is for the most part. You understand that. As long as we can acknowledge that. Which you already acknowledged it. Once you acknowledge slavery, then you already acknowledged everything else I just said. Because it's all connected. That's what I love. I love this. I love it. You see? Black people, I think we all can agree we gotta do better on helping other black people out. Every other race help their people out. Stop kicking your kids out. If they're not a killer or a pedophile, a rapist, please stop it. Stop kicking people out. Hey, when the white folks' kids kill us, hey, they protect them. They put them in the house, hide them. They still look out for them. Black folks, we gotta do better. We have to. We're, out of all the races, we're the one that watch out for our own kind the least. You already know how Mexicans do. You know they're gonna watch out for theirs. Like I said, I ain't never seen a Korean homeless person. Never. Indians either. We gotta do better, black people. Come on, man. And you wanna know why? It's that slave mentality. Can't deny it. Crack epidemic mentality. And I did it all while I was high as well. Talking about baked, fried, toasted, loaded. See a lot of, I quit smoking. Congratulations. Congrats. I advise people to stop smoking. Okay. I became so much more productive. I could think clearly. I promise you I'm happy for you. I swear I am. But I did it all high. 8 years running. Stop playing. It doesn't work for everybody the same. Don't try to put that on everybody. I won't put weed on everybody. Please don't put people to stop smoking weed on everybody. It's not my fault once you smoke weed that you became lazy and didn't want to do anything and you let the weed smoke you and you didn't smoke the weed. Smoke the weed. Don't let the weed smoke you. You get what I'm saying? That's all. It's a mindset. And if you can't work under properly and you can't think properly, then and you abuse it and you start thinking this and that and you get paranoid and you think you're doing too much, think you need to do more, well, listen to that and stop doing it. That's all. But I did that. I just had to put that in there. Yeah. Different. When I say 8 years running, I mean 8 years running. Minimum. Oh, my life got so much better when I stopped smoking weed. After I stopped smoking weed, oh man, I became such a better person. It just sounded like you just shouldn't have been smoking weed in the first place. Sir, ma'am. I don't think it was for you. I just don't think it was. Either that or maybe it wasn't weed. I don't know. Bottom line is it wasn't for you. And that's okay. That is A-OK. It is definitely for me.
Gang crazy, avoiding pigs that pop like bacon. Say he selling bricks, he ain't touch around the waking. Love where I'm from, just won't compromise by staying. Course I'm coming back, tell me what the fuck you saying. Love ain't no good, I've been used to niggas hating. Might burn down the stool, I've been sweating like I'm slaving. Bed polygamous, need a couple like we dating. Only thing I'm missing is the time for me to slay it. Thinking light years ahead while you still day to day it. I ain't playing around while these niggas arcade and say it's L to the A-N-G, quit playing. I ain't trying to blow my high, feeling any stress. If we coming, then we coming at these niggas next. The click might pull something if you like to flex. Never been the one to test, now you shouldn't guess. I ain't trying to blow my high, feeling any stress. If we coming, then we coming at these niggas next. The click might pull something if you like to flex. Never been the one to test, now you shouldn't guess.